Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to continue our discussion on the features, the attributes, the functionalities of Quantmod. We said that Quantmod is a very powerful quantitative financial modeling package where we can do a lot of processes with regard to financial data. So the simple code for downloading a stock data from Yahoo is get symbols. So we did this last time. Get symbols, GS stands for, you have to know the ticker symbol. GS stands for Goldman Sachs. And here it tells me that GS was already loaded, downloaded. And as I look here, it's an XTS object. Okay, XTS object. And if I take a look at, if I have this, so the end date is uh, it's May 23, yesterday's trading day. Okay, so a lot of convenience we can derive from using the get symbols. And then we can ask questions. This will give us a true or false. Is the data GS OHLC? And we know that this will return a true. And does it have a volume? A true also. And here we are creating an object. Remember, this is an assignment operator. We're creating an object called OpenGS, which is here means opening price of GS. So if you want to subset GS and create an object that stores only the opening price, okay, you can now see here that you have here OpenGS here, and it only has the opening price of GS. Okay, so we did this last time. You can also get the adjusted price, can access the highest value and the lowest value, and we were talking about the chart series also. So let's let's continue with this one. It's also very easy to subset. You can give this a name. I think we did this last time. Let me name it GS 2007. So this will now create a subset of GS, and it's only 2007. Let me illustrate that. GS 2007. Okay, here. So it's only 2007. Let me show this. 2007, everything is 2007. Only 251 entries. Okay, because that's we know that that's correct because for a year, each year, there are 252, approximately 252 trading days. Okay, more or less. So you can you can subset uh, the period that you want. For example, this one is to June 2007 up to 2008 January 12. Okay, or this one is everything is this one, and only 2008 from 2008 up to the last is this one. See, was there a okay, may question lang dito, Vince, whenever. Vince, pakishare yung question mo sa lahat, please. Let's try to resolve this. Okay. Okay, I'll stop share. Vince, share yung yung screen mo, please, so that the class can see and help. Class, please help us. Please help Vince. Vince, share. Okay.
Sir, can you see it now?
Yeah, oo. Asa yung dati?
This one po, sir.
Yeah, sige. So what's the problem now?
When I try to like make a chunk,
Get
control,
symbols. Ito.
it just
Not-
shows in the terminal like this one po, sir.
Okay. Na-load mo na ba si Quantmod? Ito
Yes.
packages, tingnan nga natin kung naka-load na si Quantmod.
Oh,
Wala pa, no? Click mo yan. Kasi hindi magra-run yung get symbols kung wala si Quantmod.
Oh, so it removes po, sir. Because the last, when I did it yesterday, it was loaded po.
Hindi. Every time you close it, mag-aano yan, no? Okay,
Ah.
also there's something wrong with your, dapat yung ano, yung code chunk, dapat ano yan? Bakit para mali yung ano mo, yung symbol mo sa code chunk? Naka-Mac ka ba?
No po, sir.
Sige, control shift I sa baba. Go down, Vince. Sa baba ka na magsimula. Mag-shortcut ka.
Shift I.
Control
Nothing.
Control Alt I. Yan.
Okay.
I-copy paste. Kasi tinan mo class, you notice that you can know you now you are able to determine if there's really a code chunk. Kasi nag-gray out yung ano. The color of the code chunk is distinct from the other parts of the source code. Say, copy mo yung get symbols na yan. Vince. Yung code natin. Control X mo na lang siya. I-delete mo yung nasa taas, delete mo na siya para hindi na makagulo yan. Okay, sige. Run mo na yung get symbol sa baba. Yan, okay?
Yes. Okay na po, sir.
So always when you are syempre sinarado mo yan, di ba? So when you close that, when you last use it, the the library is no longer available. Okay, so you have to require it again. Okay?
Okay po, sir.
Good. Thank you, Vince, for asking that question.
Thank you po,
Okay,
sir.
any other question? Any other question? Wala? Okay, as I said, class, I'm happy that you're asking questions because we don't want anyone to be left behind, no? And also, the class also learns from each and everyone's mistake. Or not mistake, but experience. Sorry for the term. Okay, so let's go back here. We also said that you can create a non-contiguous range of data. So for example, here, it's January 2020, February, and December. So I created this object non-contiguous and combined this one, January 2020, February 2020, and December 2020. Okay, and then I can now, sorry, I can now subset GS non-contiguous. But I have to create this object first. Control Enter. And this one should fall under our data, our values, I mean, here, non-contiguous, because it's a character vector. It's non-contiguous. Character vector yan. So when I use that now for subsetting, it now, where is that? Okay, this one, 95. Subsetting it, GS. Okay, it will now print below. Okay, these dates only. January, and then February and December of 2020. Okay, you could have created an object also containing this, depending on your requirement. Okay, all right, good. So let's go back here. This one is very important. I hope you don't mind us reviewing it. Periodicity of GS. If we run this, we know that GS is daily data. If we run this, it will give this output here. It's daily periodicity from 2007 or 103, okay, up to the date yesterday. And knowing that, if we use this function unclass the periodicity, okay, so what does it mean? Okay, 86,400, start this one and this one. Okay, how many data does GS have? 4,378. observations. Okay, daily data. And here, what does this mean, class? What does this 86 400 days mean? Anyone, class? What does that mean? Here. Can anyone guess, class? What's this frequency? Okay, see, I have an answer here. Days. Yes, Vince, what do you mean by days? 86 400 days.
Yes po, sir. Like
How
the
how was how was that obtained? Let's experiment, class. Try to deduct 2024 05 23 with 2007 01 03. Could you kindly see what the result will be? 17 times. What could this mean? Anyone? Time difference daw. 86 400 days. Ano kaya 86 400 days? Kasi if you divide 86 400 400 by, let's approximate, divided by around how many days per year? Natin 360. Kahit 360 na lang. Okay, that's, ano yan? Shows how frequent 86 400 pops up. Renee, what do you mean by that? Okay. Take a look at the names, class. Names in GS. Anim lang yan, di ba? Okay. Pero ito, ano ibig sabihin tong time difference? Saan nanggaling yan? Anyone? Sige. So, I'll leave that to you, class, first. Actually, madali lang yan, no? I want you to explore where did this 86 400 came from. Kasi I was trying to lead you to that, to how to determine that. Kasi yung 86 400, di ba? If we divide it by, let's say, 360 days per year, it will give us 240. 240 years, no? Bago before we can get 86 400. So it's not that. It's not the number of years kasi 17 years lang tayo eh. So what could that mean? Yung 86 400. Okay, so frequency 86 400. Okay, alam natin tong start date at saka end date. Okay, so that's very easy kasi defined naman yun eh. Units in days. So I want you to, I'll ask this in the quiz. No? When we use the unclass, okay, dito galing yun eh. I-unclassify natin yung periodicity TGS. Okay, we got that. This is what we got kanina. Yan. Okay. So try to discover what's this 86 400. And a clue is definitely hindi siya yung ano, hindi siya yung years, no? Kasi yung years, if we divide 86,400 by 360, assuming na lang natin na 360, conservative na nga yun eh, kasi 360 lang ginamit natin. Okay, it gives us 240. And there's not 240 years between 2007 and 2024. Okay, so I leave that first for you to explore. Now, the good thing about the Quantmod package is that you can convert. Okay, so let's say I'm going to use your GS weekly out minus. So it's easy to convert your data from daily to weekly, which can be very difficult. You were using if you were using ano yung uh, if you were using tawag nito, uh, Excel, no? Mahirap sa Excel gawin yan. Danny, paki-share yung question, please. Kindly share your question to everyone. Okay, class, pakisagot please sa chat box. I want you to answer this. What was run to show yung 86,400 days? Anyone, please? I want you to participate also and help your classmates with their questions. Somebody please answer this. Waiting. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Vince. So that's a correct code for that. Unclass yung periodicity ni GS. Okay. It's this second one. Okay. Okay, Danny, thank you. All right. So here we can create a data set that only contains weekly. Okay. Kunyari ito, no? I'm creating this object GS weekly, and it will generate a weekly data for GS. I think we did this last time, but let me just run that. And then here you go. Meron na tayong GS weekly dito. All right. Yeah, 2007, 01, 05. And then you notice na every ano na siya, every 7 days. Wait lang. Just clarifying. Okay. So let's proceed. Moment please. Naglo-load, nag-ano tong arc ko. Okay. So we know also that we know class that Quantmod is a very powerful package for creating plots. And we learned that if we only use so I downloaded Apple if we only use the basic flat apple, okay, it will yield us a not so good plot for this. As you know, there are six columns here with the volume being the highest. So what happened here was it plotted the volume. Kasi nga the others, yung open, high, low, close, these are very small figures in comparison with the volume. But you can see it here, my line dito. Okay, so you can see that this is not a good way to plot your this type of time series. You can do that if you change the volume to another axis. For example, plot it here, plot it using this axis. But there's a better way. Instead of manually plotting that, we can make use of the chart series function of Quantmod2. And you can subset directly. For example, chart series, December of 2023, we get this. And the default is say candlestick. Okay, that's the default for chart series. But you can also define the chart series. Okay, so aside from candlestick, you can create bar chart. Okay, I think we did this last time. So quick review lang. A bar chart is if we're plotting bar chart Apple and then only November of 2023. You can see that, okay, indeed, bar siya, no? Hindi siya yung candlestick na katulad ng ng kanina yung sa chart series. So this is a bar chart. You can also create a line chart. Okay. So let's go here. So we can specify here. So here you can use line chart, the function. So you can use chart series, you can use bar chart, you can use line chart. So for this one, line chart Apple only on December 2020. So if we run this, you can see that the plot is, okay, it's a line chart. There. We have the volume also plotted separately. Okay, let me pause for a while and allow you to catch up. Maybe please remind me always if I'm going too fast. So I tend to forget that I did not share this code with you. Okay, I did not because I want you to be writing it on your own. That was the purpose, not to make it difficult for you, but for you to practice. Okay. So I'll give you a few minutes. Let me flash also the bar chart if you're interested to know that. You can just get one. And when you're done, class, kindly please comment below if you're done. Waiting for your feedback, class. Let me All right. It's also possible to just use the chart series function and then just identify the type here. So you can see here this particular code chunk. We're using the chart series. Let me share this with you. You can use this as a pattern. Okay. So this will generate a plot that's a line chart, okay, for 2017 with a theme of white. Let's run this and you can see here.
Sir, hindi ko naka-share screen.
Oh, sorry. So I was running this code chart series Apple type is equal to line. Okay, because the default, if you're just stating using chart series without identifying the type, the default would be candlestick. Okay, so if you run this, the code that I shared with you, you'll get to have this plot. Okay, it's a line chart. And so with a bar chart, so you can do this, or you can just copy paste what you have a while ago and then just change it a bit. Type is equal to bar. And then the subset, we can do 2 months. May 2007 until June 2007. Okay. And then white, that depends on what you want, the theme. Okay, so this is a bar chart. Okay, and also you can use candlesticks. Okay. I run this, we'll have for the month of May 2007 candlestick. You can see here that there seems to be a trend. Prices are going up. Okay, give you a few seconds to work on that. And if you're done, kindly again, please chat. Good, thank you. So I hope you're able to follow. This illustrates how how convenient it is to generate plots in in uh, using Quantmod. Okay, so if we continue class, continuing. Okay, this is similar class. Chart series, or you can use directly candle chart. Okay, they give us the same plots. So chart series, okay, or candle chart itself, just like the one above here, it will give us the same. Whether you use chart series type is equal to candlesticks or candle chart itself, it will give us the same chart. Okay. Then of course we can change the labeling. Okay, for example, this one candle chart, Apple theme is equal to white type. So here you can use candle chart, and then you can still use type is equal to candles. If we plot this, of course we don't see everything because uh, because this is for the whole period of Apple. Okay, then we can use the read chart function, then identify the major that ticks months and subset just the first 16 weeks. Okay, if we run this both, okay. So we can see here the adjustments. First 16 weeks that's from January up to April. Okay, so we plotted these two together. Okay, and the major ticks is equal to per month. So you can see here January, February, March, and April. Okay, those are the major markers in your plot. You do that by identifying the major ticks. Okay, thank you for your feedback. I'll give you a few seconds to. Okay, maybe I should just share this with you. Control C to save on time. Okay, make copy of that, class, and then run it. You can see now what the candle chart with the read chart together does. You have to run it together. Okay, kindly chat, please, if you were able to get it.
Sir,
Yes.
what do you mean by you have to run it together po?
Yung code chunk na to, kasi tingnan nyo if I first run this candle chart, okay, di ba ito yon? Ito yon, no? This one. Sorry. Let me redo that. If I run this first candle chart, this is what we have. And then if I run rechart, okay, error siya. Error kasi hindi yun naiintindihan ni Quantmod. Ano yung rechart? Ano yung rechart? Wala siyang context, no? So, but if you run this together, okay, here, together to sa isang code chunk, no? If I run this, if I click this, then it will automatically run both. Siyempre, uunahin niya yung unang line, tapos yung pangalawang line. So, it now has a context. Yung rini chart dito, yung candle chart. Okay? And then you make the major ticks as months, and then you only subset the first 16 weeks. Kasi the first one is for the whole period, 2007 until 2024. Okay? So, I run this. Okay. So what will be run? It will run first yung candle chart na to, tapos i-re-chart niya. Okay? Did that answer your question?
Yes po, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. That's a nice question. That's a good question. Okay. All right. Okay, so we come now. I was hoping that we could really start with this, which is good. We're here, okay, because this is part of your assignment. Okay, it's a TTR class. So let's go here. Go here to I'm opening TTR, technical trading rules. Let's open this. And let's take a look at the many technical indicators here. So marami to class, no? Ang daming technical indicators. Of course, we won't be able to discuss all of them, but at least yung mga importante sa atin, no? Yung mga let's say yung mga popular, okay, yung mga madalas ginagamit. Okay, for example class are okay, yung mga moving averages, in particular EMA, okay, yung SMA, this one, simple moving average, SMI, stochastic, MACD, okay, this one, MACD, moving average convergence divergence. We have RSI, relative strength indicator. Ito. We have CCI. Okay. Saan si CCI? Ito. Commodity Channel Index, you have Bollinger Bands. No? Although this subject is not really a subject on investment, okay, but since we're already here, since we're already looking at this package TTR together with Quantmod, let's allow ourselves to be aware of the features of Quantmod that can be used for trading, for trading strategies. So for example, I have here, so let me at least share this this notes lang, no? Is that note class? Okay, and then here, let's take a look muna at so TTR class, technical trading rules. It's loaded together with Quantmod. So when you load Quantmod, you don't have to load TTR. And you know the way to install it if it's not yet installed. When you install also Quantmod, automatically TTR is a dependency of Quantmod. So it will also automatically install. And so will load. Okay, so take a look at this function now. This code. Okay. So medyo marami siya. No? Una muna class, alam natin to. Apple, TA, ito yung mga technical indicators. TA is equal to null. Ibig sabihin, walang kasama. Walang kasama. So let me run this first. This one. And you know what we will get. Candlestick ng ito. With the volume below. Wait, hindi nakasama yung volume. Why? What channel default? Kasi may TA, no? Okay, TA is equal to null. Notice class, when we say TA is equal to null, kasi yung volume, that's part of a, parang indicator din yan. It's also an indicator. So when we included here, TA is equal to null, it will remove the volume. It will only indicate the candlestick of the prices. Now we can, okay, take a look at this one, class. We can insert this, ito na. Chart series, Apple, theme is equal to white, and then TA is equal to add volume, okay, add Bollinger Bands, and add CCI. Okay, so I want you to run this now, and let's see what happens. So inserting this TA is equal to add volume, add Bollinger Bands, okay, and add CCI. What do you now have? So tingnan natin plot natin. No? So we now have, this is our candlestick. Then yung red line dito, class, is your Bollinger Bands. Then this is your volume, and then this is your CCI. So automatically sinama, no? Sinama ni Quantmod yung mga indicators na yan. Kasi we added this. Add volume, quotes, no? Quotes. Ano sobra dito? Hindi, sorry. Kasama pala ng chart series. Okay, sorry about that. So, comma, and then TA is equal to. All right, any questions, class? Are you able to run this? Kindly feedback, please. Okay, so kindly, for your quote-unquote assignment not to be submitted, I want you to research on these technical indicators na ginagamit sa technical trading. Yung BB, Bollinger Bands, RSI, simple moving average, EMA, etc. Maybe you can research on the most popular technical indicators used in trading. All right. Are you done, class? Are you done with this one? Kindly feedback, please. Give me feedback. How about the others? All right, thank you. Okay, I hope the others are able to follow. Now, what we can do is, we can do it one at a time. So this one, part of the chart series is the function TA. And then we added volume, Bollinger Bands, and CC. It's part of your code here. Now, if I, for example, start with TA is equal to null, control enter, and you know what this will give us? Just a simple plot without the volume. And then if I put here add volume, okay. So what happened, class? Error in get current chart object. Okay, because it doesn't know what to where to add volume. So in this case, you're separating it from the code chunk itself. Add volume, add BB bands, add CCI, but it has to be taken together. Okay, control enter. There. So running, and you can notice the progression. Here it first starts with no volume. Here it adds the volume, and then it adds the Bollinger Bands. Okay, and then it adds the CCI here. Okay, so part of our objective is to at least learn what does the Bollinger, where is B bands used for? CCI. Anong use nito sa isang to a trader? Okay. All right. Any questions so far? Okay, good. Now, one of the cases or projects that you're going to do is to create a portfolio of assets and then create the optimal portfolio. Okay, now to do that, we have to know we're going to make use of returns. Okay, so we have to know how to get returns using Quantmod2. Okay, so let me share this with you. This one, Control C. It's too long. This is the problem with the. Okay, let me. Let me split it into two. So first this one, and also this one. Okay, we're now going to that part where we have to learn how to compute for the returns. Okay. So, as we said, quant mode provides a very fast way to compute for the returns. Okay, so since the output here is an XTS, we're told here that, let me just read through this. The last set of functions simply provide a fast and reliable way to calculate returns over calendar periods. And why is that so? It makes it easy to compute returns because your date is indexed. Naka-index siya. And we can make use of this function. It's called period return. This one. So period returns means we can get the daily returns, the monthly returns, weekly returns, etc. We just have to identify ano yung starting date and ano yung ending date. Okay, the first of the period, the first trading day of the period, the last trading time of the period, or even the last day of the period. So these are the things that we can identify. So we'll have an example here. Okay, so I'll leave that for you to read. Let's take a look at Starbucks. So kindly download Starbucks and plot natin. So we have Starbucks here. And then it's plot. Now let's compute for the returns. Now this is very important for us, class. Okay, so let me put here daily. Okay, so I'm creating this object called Starbucks daily return, and I'm using the function daily return of Starbucks. If I run this, we now have this object here, sbox daily return. If I print that, okay. So what happened here, class? You can now see here, these are the returns, no? And this was computed by the price at time t divided by the price at time t minus 1. Let me open Starbucks here. So what do you think is the one used, class? Is it the closing? Is it the adjusted? Can you find out, please? Kasi ang return dito sa SBox, ang return is negative 00983. No? So how was this computed, class? Can you determine that using Starbucks data? Can you decipher, class, what was used in computing for this one? Anyone? Let's try class. Itong day 2 over day 1. So this is day 2, di ba? Yung price na to. So if it's the closing price, C. Copy this, Control C, Control V, and then i-divide natin ng beginning price. Minus 1. 0.00113,472. And how does it compare with this one? 0.0011347. Okay. So it's almost practically the same. Okay. Nagkaiba lang class dito sa last few digits here. 347. 347. Okay. And then the last 3777. Ito 34752 pala to. Ito 77. Okay. Most probably class, it's caused by kasi yung data na ginamit natin, truncated na to eh. Hindi ito yung complete data. Let's try if it's the adjusted price. I'm going to copy this. Control C, Control V, divided by the beginning adjusted. Control C, Control V. Oops. Sorry. You're copying. There. Minus 1 to get the simple returns. 0.0011345. 0.0011345. Compare this with this one. 3.4. Ito 777. Para mas tama ito. So ginamit yung closing. Okay. Are you following class? I'm just trying to see what was used as a formula to get the daily returns. Okay, once again, one last example, ito. I'm going to copy this, Control C, Control V, divided by Control C. So this is the previous day, 17 minus 1, Control Enter, negative 0.00425. And we have here negative 0.0042505. Yeah. So it was using the closing prices, okay, to get the returns. Okay. Any question about that, class? Any question about being able to generate a data, an excess data, not of the prices but of the returns? And when we go to portfolio optimization, we're not going to make use of the prices, but rather what we're going to make use of is the returns. Okay. Where is that? Right, and it's not only daily that we can generate. We can also make use of, let me copy this, Control C, Control V, and I'll make this weekly, and then the function is weekly return. Okay, also for this one, Control V, and this is monthly. So the function here is weekly return, the function here is monthly return. So let's take a look at, and let's see if the yearly return will work. Control B. So this is yearly. Okay. So let me run this 3. the weekly, the monthly, and the yearly. I think I filled the. Okay, so let's take a look at the objects here. This is Starbucks weekly, Starbucks monthly, Starbucks yearly return. Let's take a look at the weekly. All right, so it starts with January 5, 12, 19, etc. So this is weekly data. And also for the monthly data, okay, it's reckoning it at the end of the period. So it will average the returns for the whole January, February, March, etc. Okay, and then lastly, yung yearly returns natin. Okay. So it's at the end of the year, no? It will get the average returns for the whole of 2007, 2008, etc. So there will be only 18 entries because yung sa May hindi pa kompleto, pero sinama pa rin niya. So this is as of January 1 up to May 23 of 2024. Okay, feedback please class if our pace is okay. I might be going too fast. I'll appreciate your feedback if you were able to get the computations. So just remember daily return, weekly return, monthly return, and yearly return. Okay, thank you, Vince. Waiting for the others to respond, please. How is our pace so far? Thank you. I see only a few hands, class. Only 3 out of 27. Yeah, thank you, Vince, for thank you for commenting. If I'm going too fast, please don't hesitate to stop me to ask questions. Okay? Thank you, Vince. Is there anything here, Vince, you'd like me to repeat? I don't mind repeating. If there's anything here that you want me to repeat.
So far, okay naman po, sir. I caught up naman with everything po.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm very sorry about that. Sometimes I might forget that I'm going too fast. So you have to call my attention. All right, so we have a few more minutes. As I said, next meeting, we're going to focus on the TTR, the technical trading rules. So these are examples. So to get the simple moving average, we're going to use the SMA, exponential moving average, EMA. So this is supposed to be your assignment. I won't be, it will not be collected, but please try to see as many as possible. This is MACD, ROC, marami mga RSI, marami mga technical indicators. Okay, we already did one a few minutes ago when we added to the volume, right? And then Bollinger Bands and then CCI. We can do the same with the other technical indicators. For example, simple moving average, okay? We can do the simple moving average. Let's subset this to 2023. Let's say December. Okay. No. One. Maybe the whole of 2023. There. Okay, and what does this mean? Okay, so let's run this. We're creating this object called SMA, and we're using the function simple moving average. And we're using the closing prices of Apple, subset 2023, and then to use 20-day simple moving average. Okay, so I'll just run this. And then I'll print the SMA. here, SMA. So what do we have here, class? Take a look at the simple moving average. So this one, class, you can see that first 20 days, walang value. And then on the 21st day, ito na may value. So what was done with the Apple data set? For simple moving average, that's very easy. You just get the, for example, 20-day moving average closing. So what was done was to get the 20 days here, okay, and then get the average of this one. So that will now be your first 20-day moving average, this one. 135, okay? 135 Apple, okay? The closing is, sorry, should have been 2023, no? Sorry about that. So we're referring to 2023 because I subsetted it. 2023. Okay, here's 2023 class. Okay, first day, January 3. So if I get Apple close the first 20 days, this one, 125, 125, 135, okay, 141, it returned to us this one, 135. So it looks reasonable, it looks correct, class. So no SMA for the first 20 days, but for the next, meron na. That's your simple moving average. Okay, so let me stop there, class. Let me stop recording.